This is a live look at the situation as we speak. North Myrtle Beach does have a message for everyone who's going to be headed to the beach, not just today, but moving through this very busy weekend. All right, and we do want to take a live look where Alex Holly has been and will continue to be live for us this morning. As you can see, and as she mentioned in her report, the rain has been off and on, but look at our shot. It's definitely shaky out there because that is already the wind that has arrived here. A lot of residents are shaking things up by voting to radically shift power away from the mayor. Brave shortstop Paul Janis scooped up the bat, which got loose for a bit. And naturally, the Braves bat boy, get it? While he took over from there. Poor kid. Man, he got the ugly job of walking the bat, wrapped in a towel into the dugout, and finally set it free. He's like, hey, I did not sign up for that job. Two Texas boys born as conjoined twins are finally leaving the hospital. Owen and Emmett Ezell were successfully separated in a very risky surgery in Dallas last August. Doctors say they're now breathing on their own. They're eating with the help of a feeding tube, and look at a cutie pie. The next step for them is a rehab facility, and their parents are going to learn how to care for them. Now, some loose hogs are causing some problems in a town in Illinois. Look at this. Can you imagine being that guy? I mean, terrifying, really. The hogs belong to a farmer who apparently keeps them on his free-range farm, but police have gotten about 10 complaints just since December. They're showing up at gas stations, at Applebee's, you name it, they're there. The Triple H factor. Nothing to mess with.
Hot, hazy, and humid. All day today.
All day, and for the rest of our life, it feels like. Happening today, SCDOT having some big discussions about I-73, and it could end up costing you more down the road. Right, Alex, I got to ask you, though, obviously Bausch Lindemann jumped in on those incentives that we offered, but are we getting any idea of any other companies that might be on the fence about moving to Horry County yet? A very important story to talk to you about this morning. We've got new video of Al-Qaeda, and it shows what looks like the largest and most dangerous gathering of Al-Qaeda in years. Now, either the CIA and the Pentagon didn't know about it, or they couldn't maybe get a drone there in time to strike. This video shows that high-ranking leader of Al-Qaeda greeting about 100 fighters right out in the open. And folks, that is a very bold move. Now, major downpours to talk about, impressive totals in Little River, but then Marla, some people are completely bone dry out there. New details this morning on a mom who led police on a chase with her young child in the car right next to her. Police say they tried to pull over 34-year-old Aubrey Coy after she took off with her daughter during a supervised custody visit. They now believe she was on cocaine when she drove off, flipping officers the middle finger and not stopping when officers laid stop sticks down on the ground. She eventually came to a stop in Michigan when those rims literally fell off her car. David, my favorite story here. Okay. Rule number one, if you're going to break into someone's home, don't log onto your Facebook page on their computer. You see, the homeowner from Minneapolis noticed that his computer was still on when he got home.
I replied, "You left a few things at my house last night. How can I get them back to you?"
Well, the thief took the bait. He actually arranged to meet up with the man whose house he had just robbed, and the homeowner had called police. So when the thief got there, well, he was promptly arrested.
Oh, just how tall is the world's tallest water slide? 17 stories.
No.
Yes.
This, from a person who is terrified of heights, that just makes me like sweat instantly. It's getting harder to figure out the right plan for us because the whole point is making sure that we're not getting the overage fees.
Right.
That is the key, especially if you have teenagers who like to text. Yeah.
Got one of those.
NBC's Chris Glackham has a closer look at it this morning. Lots of news coming out of Brazil with the World Cup in full swing, including a bizarre story of one player who literally took a bite out of the competition. WNBF News reporter Manny Knoll live in the studio with that. But first, Manny, I hear Brazil actually a pretty great place this time of year to find love, or maybe at least a date, right?
That's right, Heather.
Controversy in Latta continues this morning. Just one day before voters chose to strip power from Mayor Earl Bullard, we're actually learning that he used his fleeting authority to hire a new police chief, a man named Freddie Davis. Just last night, former police chief Crystal Moore appeared on MSNBC's The Last Word, saying that she will continue to fight for her job, a job that she claims that she was actually fired from because she's gay. It is important to mention that the mayor's decision to hire Davis is in fact legal until those votes are certified tomorrow from Tuesday's referendum that, by the way, clearly showed that locals wanted hiring power to be transferred from the mayor to town council. Well, Mayor Earl Bullard was 100% allowed, according to the state law, to hire this new police chief. The family from Orangeburg, South Carolina is waiting to find out if a man is going to be sentenced to death or to life in prison for killing his 5-year-old daughter. Now, the verdict's going to be read sometime this morning in Hawaii, but obviously with the time difference, it is 12:57 there right now. And new this morning, folks, a couple arrested in Florence, now behind bars after an elaborate scheme involving an online escort ad, a robbery, and then murder in Texas. We have WNBF News reporter Mandy Knoll live with the brand new details from overnight. Good morning.
Saturday should be a nap day.
I could get down with that. I could do a nap. I have a lot of chores
Or I was
within
going to
the
say
house.
either nap day or clean out the closet day.
Maybe a little bit of
Well,
both.
I got to say, we've got some friends that have a big event planned outside. I need it to open up around, say 2 or 3 o'clock. Can we do that?
Oh, that's going to be that's going to be a tall order.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I know. Thanks, Marla.
Give you a little money and see if she can do something.
100% chance of rain tomorrow.
I see it. I see your tie. We're trying to bring out the spring, the happiness,
tried.
the Easter, and it's to no avail, unfortunately.
It's not going to work. I should have worn my tie with the umbrellas, but I'm trying to stay positive here this Friday
We're being
afternoon.
optimistic here as much as we can.
Yeah.
All right, Jamie, thank you for the depressing news. Appreciate that. All right, folks, right now, 4:17. After spending 17 years behind bars, a Louisiana man is now free after DNA evidence exonerated him from a rape conviction. 40-year-old Nathan Brown was arrested back in 1997. At that point, he was accused of raping a woman at the apartment complex where they both lived. He was later convicted of that charge, and he was sentenced to 25 years in prison. But with the help of the Innocence Project, Brown's case was then reopened, and DNA evidence found on the victim's dress cleared him. You know, we wanted to look into this issue because you actually reached out to us saying, what is going on here?